I'm assuming that you all have a chair or a surface that you're sitting on that you're comfortable in, and you want to make sure that you can be grounded. Um, just for example, for me, I have something like this for yoga, which are blocks. If I actually sit back in the chair, I don't touch the floor. So you want to, no matter what's going on with your body, you want to be able to make contact. And one other thing that might be, we'll be doing, I'll do it sideways just so you can see, we'll be doing some forward folds. And if that's not comfortable, you can always take something like a cushion, and that'll make it much more comfortable and accessible, and you can relax into it. So I'm always going to recommend that you have a couple pillows or cushions or things like that, just to pad yourself along the way, okay? And we'll take just a minute here. All right, so a little bit of a word. Every other week is intended to be breath focused, and I will slowly build up towards us doing some breath work, but I want to lay some foundational awareness. And so we'll be doing just a little bit of that today, and then 2 weeks from today, we'll actually be doing what's called pranayama, which is some of the regulation where you regulate your breath. But initially, what you need to do before you begin to practice something like that is you just need to become aware of your breath in your body. So we'll be doing a little bit of awareness for that today, okay? All right. So let's assume that we are, see honey just got a chair, excellent, okay. So I'm gonna put my little blocks here just while I sit in the chair for a moment. All right, so we are sitting and finding ourselves in the chair, and I like to call this settling in. So settling in means, imagine that you could see your thoughts or just all the things that you brought with you today. And when you settle in, every time you exhale, you're just letting some of that stuff dissolve. So if you imagine your life like a series of ribbons that's holding on to you in all different ways, good and bad, every time you exhale, just see some of those ribbons untying and just fluttering away. So what we want to do is find us in all of this, and be able to draw our senses deep into the body. There's no way you would recognize your breath if you don't first come home. So I want to come home and be in the body. So we'll do a few small movements here just to get really settled, all right? So assuming you can lean back into the surface, the chair behind you, or wherever you're sitting, make sure you're aware of what you're sitting on, and feet grounded if you can feel those or have those or imagine those. All right. So we're going to start with the head. So first, you're just going to make really tiny little nods, yes. So it is the tiniest little motion here. And so you're not really using your whole neck. You're just using this a little teeter-totter movement where the skull is balancing on the neck. So just little tiny yeses. And that should feel like even if you have arthritis or any issues, it doesn't come up. You can just make these little tiny yeses. And now come back to center. And again, little tiny nose. So you're just going to look a little bit to the left and the right. That should also feel very smooth, like there's not a lot of work involved here. This is just between the first and the second vertebra of your neck, one just spinning around the other. All right. And then come back to center. All right, now we're going to feel a little bit of a bigger movement where you'll feel muscles and ligaments and nerves and bone. Whereas when we do these little tiny movements, it's almost as though you don't really feel any surfaces. We're just kind of bobbing. All right, so on an inhale, take your chin and float it up to the ceiling without compressing the back of your neck. So think about lengthening through the front of your neck. And then when you exhale, see if you can coordinate the movement with your breath. When you exhale, bring your chin down towards your collarbone. Now, some people's chins will easily rest on their collarbones. Some people with longer necks, it doesn't matter how long they practice yoga or anything else, their chin will never touch their collarbone. So just learn which one you are so you don't strain. Next time you inhale, float. So let float be the operative word. Maybe close your eyes so you can really feel the front of your neck lengthen and lift up. So like your chin wants to touch the ceiling, and then a beautiful smooth arc down as you exhale and feel the lengthening on the back of the neck. Keep your spine long. We're just involving the head here and nothing else. Isolating the head. Up and down just a few more times with your breath. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Looking for that smooth flowing motion. It's what your nervous system loves. The next time your chin comes down, pause here and see if you can gently move the shoulder blades down your back a little bit. And so you're beginning to feel that lengthening along the back of the neck. Breathing, feel your rib cage expand on an inhale. And when you exhale, sigh out the exhale through slightly parted lips. We call this cleansing breath. Try it again. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Sighing it out, letting everything go. And then gently bringing your head to level. So over and over again, you'll be cultivating a sense of profound calmness. And when you exhale, you'll be allowing that to radiate through your body. You help create that. All right, now instead of the little tiny nose, now we're going to look completely over the right shoulder. So now you'll feel maybe muscles contracting, muscles stretching, ligaments kind of twisting. You might even feel the vertebra pressing against each other. It's a very different feeling looking to the right. And now nice and slow, keeping your chin level, take your head and turn it to the left. Notice if one way feels okay, the other hurts a little, or just what's going on. And you want to move within a pain-free motion. So let's inhale and move back to the right. And then breathe while you're here. Every time you exhale, can you soften the shoulders? And every time you inhale, can you lengthen through the spine? Just a few breaths here, relaxing into this, and you're turning your head to the right as far as feels comfortable. We'll do a lot of neck stuff today, so hopefully we'll release some neck sensations. Now, inhaling, move your head to the left. Notice the difference, settle your shoulders down, lift up through the spine. And then bring yourself back to center. Okay, so the neck does a variety of things. So we want to make sure we hit everything that it does, just to awaken it. So right ear, take an inhale and get a little taller. You know, I like to press down on the thighs a little bit to get tall. And then on the exhale, nice and easy, right ear towards the right shoulder. So try not looking up, not looking down, but just looking straight across. And just let the crown of the head feel heavy. And the ear gently relaxing towards the right shoulder. Both shoulders stay down. There might be a tendency for a shoulder to pick up, but we're keeping both shoulders anchored down and relaxed. And just letting probably the sensations on the left side of the neck, but it might be someplace else. So just being with that sensation, noticing if you're tensing up any other place, relaxing completely, and directing your breath to wherever you're feeling the most sensation. I always like to imagine there's a space in there, like a balloon, and when you inhale, you send your breath directly there and expand that area. So sometimes it's not really pain, it's just a lot of sensation. So if you expand that area, a little less sensation, and then when you exhale, you relax it. Now bring your right hand to your right cheek, and just very gently bring your head back to center. After we stretch those muscles, we don't want to engage them again. Right? So you're nice and tall again. And maybe you feel a little difference in sensation between one side of the neck and shoulders and the other. But just take a moment to breathe into your body and feel that. Reestablish tallness. Let your back lean against the chair a little. And then when you're ready, you will exhale left ear towards left shoulder. Try and keep the right shoulder blade down. And you're just taking this to the tolerable where your muscles can reach at this time. You're not stressing the muscles out. When you do that, your muscles tighten up. And so we're looking to release right now. So imagining the top of the head is heavy. That usually helps me descend down a little bit. And then directing your breath, breathing into the right side of the neck. And on the exhale, letting the right shoulder blade relax and sink down. Now left hand to left cheek. Really give the weight of your head to your hand and then push off to center. All right, now we'll do a little bit of breath awareness. Now that we have a little bit of sense in the body and maybe you feel a little bit more relaxed, we're going to draw our attention to our breath. And so this is just the first couple steps, and next week we'll take it deeper. And we'll keep working on this until we hit full awareness and can do deep breath work. All right, so soften your gaze and look down. We want to take away all the visual cortex activity so our mind can become a little bit more still. I'll walk you through this. You don't really need to see me. But think about the edge of your nostrils as the portal between inside and outside, right? Atmosphere is outside, and when we inhale, we draw it in and it comes inside. And this is the place, tip of the nose, where that happens. So for your next 3 breaths, can you make them long and slow and deliberate and focus on the sensation on the tip of your nose? Can you feel the air when it first strikes the flesh around the tip of your nose? So between your upper lip and the tip of your nose, what do you feel there? Can you turn down your awareness to that small level where you actually feel the breath moving in and the breath moving out? And can you notice that when you inhale, the breath that moves across that area is a little cooler, and when you exhale, it's a little warmer. So see if you can find that sensation, noticing the temperature. A little cooler in, a little warmer out. All right, now assuming that you can feel this very delicate movement of the breath, we're going to move into the nose now. So now when you inhale, can you feel the inside of your nose, your nasal passages here, where the air hits them, the temperature of it there, where it's cool on the inhale, and a little warmer on the exhale. So just in and out. Tell yourself there's no place to be and nothing else to do except awareness of your breath. Can you feel it filling the nasal passages on the inhale and moving out on the exhale? And know that we are developing a skill here, a skill of minute awareness. Now, if you can feel it coming into your nose, can you feel it going sideways into your sinuses, which are on either side of your nose? We have hollows in our skull to let the skull be lighter in weight, to help our voice resonate, but also where the air passes through. So now can you feel the breath come through the nasal passages, gently out into the side, filling your sinuses? So we're looking for sensation now, just underneath the cheeks. All right, so we're following this breath incrementally. So now you have sinuses above your eyebrows. So as you inhale, can you feel the breath come right in between your eyebrows and a little sensation of your sinuses there? And if you can't feel it, you can deepen and slow down the breath a little and also imagine it, help it along. We have little cavities up above our eyebrows as well. Now, when the breath comes up in between the eyebrows, it's going to make a U-turn and it's going to go back and down. So just imagining or sensing air coming through the nasal passages, spreading out to the sinuses, spreading to the sinuses above the eyebrows, and then making a U-turn and going to the back of our nasal passages. See if you can engender a sense of peacefulness as you observe simply where the air comes from the outside and begins to enter into your body, into the inside. Now you can release that. And one last thing we'll do here is we'll determine nostril dominance. So we have two nostrils, but throughout the day, depending upon your activities, nostril dominance will change. So very gently, just close off your right nostril and inhale through your left. Just see how that feels. Now I'm kind of clogged on the left side, so I'm going to use my other hand and gently pull that little flap of my nose out a little bit so I can breathe better. So to do breath work, we have to make sure that we can breathe well. So noting how you can feel through your left nostril. Now let's see how you can breathe through your right. So then just use your hand and close off your left nostril. Now take a deep, smooth breath through the right nostril. And you may be able to tell a little bit more the cool air coming in and the warm air going out when it's just one nostril. All right. So just a little information about what we just did. So this is all yoga has, of course, yoga is thousands of years old. And so like traditional Chinese medicine or martial arts, when a form has been practiced for thousands of years, there's lots of information. So yoga maintains that the left nostril is your lunar nostril, your moon nostril. This is reflective. So internal energy is when we have left nostril dominance, when we're thinking, when we're meditating, when we're sleeping, and even when we're doing breath work. That is facilitated by left nostril dominance. Your right nostril is considered your solar nostril, your sun nostril, warmth, physical activity, external world. So this is when we're very alert, when we're exercising, when we're moving our bodies. And so the idea with a lot of breath work is to balance left and right nostril so that you balance your energies. So we will work with this in subsequent weeks, but just noting right now, knowing where your nostril dominance is without using your hands, let's just take 5 breaths, following the inhale the whole way in and the exhale the whole way off, the whole way out, but noticing which nostril is in dominance and seeing if you can balance that. Can you breathe equally between both nostrils? Following your inhale the whole way in and following your exhale the whole way out. Just a few more breaths here. Each time feeling as though you're bringing in, importing a sense of peace, of spaciousness, and of calm. When you exhale, soften between your shoulders and let your shoulder blades slide down your back. Inhale, you rise and get tall. Exhale, the belly empties and draws back. One last breath here. Inhaling, follow the inhale in. Slowing it down a little and exhale, follow the exhale the whole way out. All right, so now that you have a little bit of contact with your breath, maybe this week you'll notice it, and next week we'll do more work with it. Now, move to the edge of your chair if that's comfortable for you. We want to be able to move, so you don't want your back right up against the chair. Okay. And we'll start with our arms, nice and easy, arms by the sides. And this is for your nervous system. Your nervous system and your breath are deeply connected. And I did want to say that when we breathe through the nose is directly connected to your limbic system in your brain. And that is your emotional center. So this is why when we do breath work, it has the ability to shift you and let you become very calm. All your other senses, your taste, touch, hearing, and your balance all go through a different part of the brain. So they're mediated in a very different way. But breath goes right to the emotional brain. So we want to covet and use our breath in a way that brings about calm. All right, so your arms are by your sides. And now breathing right into the emotional brain. On an inhale, just lift your arms, let your elbows be soft, just lift it a little bit. And then imagine you have 2 balloons with helium in them and you're just pressing them down as you exhale. So we're just warming up very gently. And now you'll inhale up again. Maybe bring your hands just a little bit above the elbows. Turn them around and float them down. So we're moving slowly so that we breathe slowly. You're beginning to lengthen your breath. So on your inhale now, bring your hands maybe level with your shoulders. And then turn them down and press them away as you exhale. And now one more time, let's inhale above our shoulders if that feels okay. Elbows can be bent, arms can be straight, or you can even touch the shoulders if that's more comfortable for you. And now turning the palms down and exhale nice and slow. Draw the navel back to the spine. Take 2 breaths if you need to, and lowering the hands down. Now we're going to try, when we come up at the top, we're going to hold our breath for a little bit, and then we'll exhale down. All right, let's try this. And with all breath work, if it doesn't feel right for you, just breathe as you need to. As I just said, your breath is connected deeply to your nervous system. So if you're compromising your breath, you'll feel agitated. If you allow yourself to breathe more deeply and slowly, generally it'll bring about a sense of calm. All right? So hands are turned forward. Shoulders are relaxed. Spine is tall. On an inhale. Long sweeping inhale, bringing the arms up, look up, and now just hold your breath for 1 count. Turn your hands away and exhale down. This time let's fold and bring our hands to the small of our back and bring your chest over your lap. Let your head and neck relax. Breathe as you need to, but now let's take another inhale. So release the hands, bring your spine up, and bring the arms up as you inhale. And now let's hold for 1 and 2. Now exhale, wide swan dive, long spine. Hands come to the small of the back. Head and neck relaxes over completely. Take an extra breath down here. And notice if you're holding on or tense anywhere. Can you release that and really sink into your lap? When you're ready to inhale, release the hands, bring them out wide to the sides, and float them up. And now let's hold for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, wide arms, and down and fold. Remember, you can put a pillow on your chest if that helps you to fold over. And last time like this, let's inhale wide and way up. And hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And exhale, just bring the arms down now. And release. All right. Now, let's interlace the fingers. Let's do a little something for the hands and the wrists. So your fingers are interlaced and your palms are together. We're going to make figure 8s. And I was doing this with my sister, and she had a hard time figuring out how to do figure 8s. So let's just do circles first. Just take your knuckles and draw circles. Keeping your upper arms and your elbows fairly still, and just draw a circle like with your index finger, the knuckle of your index finger, drawing a big circle with it. Just letting the wrists limber up a little bit and come back. And just to make sure we understand, let's draw it in the other direction. And one circle might be a lot easier than the other. This obviously is my easier way of doing it. All right, just a few circles here, just letting those wrists roll all around. And now come back to center. Now to do figure 8s, we're going to go to the right and back, cross over, and then to the left and back. And so a little figure 8, or figure out what version works for you. Try and keep your arms still and focus on the motion being at your wrists. So forward and back, side to side, any version of figure 8 that works for you. All right, now come back to center and notice which thumb is on top. That is your habitual way that you hold your hand. So we're going to hold our hands in the non-habitual way. So you'll put the different thumb on top. And it'll feel like somebody else's hand. You'll be like, whose hand is this? All right. And now we'll try this again. So figure 8. in the non-habitual way, just letting the wrists relax, swooping left and right. And just a few more times here. Our wrists usually get a lot of stiffness in them from all of our phones and laptops, and then release. Okay, so now that we just did that, let's shake our hands out a little bit, shake the wrists out. So flop, 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 flop. Now take it out to the sides and shake them. You can shake them up and down, back and forth in circles, whatever feels right. And then shake them up above your head or wherever you would like to reach at this time. Shake them, shake them, shake them. Shake them in and out a little bit. Now we haven't really done much, right? We've just done our wrists and we've shaken our hands. Now bring your hands down to your lap and then notice the sensation in your arms and your hands. Imagine that you could breathe into the palms of your hands and take a big breath. Imagine inflating your hands, inflating your arms, inflating your chest, and then exhale and deflating everything. These are subtle things, but they're important to feel in our bodies. All right, so I wanted us to turn our hands on because I want to do something. We have healing power in our hands. You know, when you hurt something and you press on it, you know, it hurts. It's like you're actually bringing that energy from your hands. So I hope that you will feel this sensation. All right, so take your right hand and put it on your back on your kidneys. So in Chinese medicine, kidneys are the source of life force, right? And then take your other hand and place it on the ribs in front of it. Now, in your mind's eye, see energy passing from your right hand to your left hand to your right, just radiating back and forth, energizing your kidneys. Now we're going to use our breath and our awareness, and we're going to hold this for about 30 seconds. And then we'll see if you feel any difference, all right? So gently holding your kidneys, left and right hand, on an inhale. Can you expand your ribs on the right side as you inflate the lungs? And then on an exhale, can you introduce a sense of relaxation? Let the shoulder blades slide down as the lungs empty. Now let's try that maybe 5 more slow, deliberate breaths, okay? Keep seeing maybe healing energy from your hands radiating into your side body. And then maybe this hands here will help you maximize the expansion of your lungs. On an inhale, like you're inflating a balloon, and on an exhale, like the balloon is gently emptying out. Let's do 2 more breaths here. So let these breaths be deep and smooth. Full inhale, and then a long, deep exhale. And one more time. Can you feel the breath enter your nose, your sinuses, maybe the back of your throat, down into your lungs, and then exhale. All right, now gently release your hands. Let your arms hang by your sides and see if you notice a difference. I'll just share. My right arm almost feels like it's weightless and it wants to float up, and my whole right side just wants to float up. So maybe you feel something, maybe not. Over time, maybe you will. Just take a breath into the right lung specifically now. Like you could breathe through the right nostril, breathe into the right lung, expand it. And then just release any tension or nervousness there. Let it go. All right. Did anyone feel a difference? Anything? Yes? No? Thumbs up? Okay, a little bit. Brent didn't feel anything. All right, let's see if we'll see it on the other side. All right. It's definitely a skill to take our awareness level down. And I guess I've been doing yoga a long time, so these things feel very dramatic to me. And then when I share them with other people, it's like, okay, I gotta see how that feels. All right, let's take the left hand to the left kidney. And let your right hand now embrace those ribs. So this is like you're sending love, loving kindness into your kidneys. You're a source of life force through traditional Chinese medicine. All right, so we're hugging them. On an inhale, expand the ribs, Fill the left lung. Let your spine get a little taller. And when you exhale, feel your spine settle a little bit, your lungs empty out, and imagine that radiating energy between your hands, almost like rays of light. Just several breaths here. See if you can keep your mind still. Focusing on the sensations of the breath. Filling the nasal passages, filling the sinuses, making that U-turn, coming down the back of your nasal passages. And let's say 2 more breaths. And then very gently release your hands. And then noticing if you feel any difference here. I was hoping that you would feel a sense of spaciousness and lightness on each side, but maybe that'll come with time. All right. Let's take our right arm and take it straight up. Turn your palm away from you, look away, and exhale that arm wide and down. And then float yourself back to center, and we'll do this 3 more times. So this is clearly a neck release again. So inhale, you can look up a little if that feels good. Find that tallness. Firm your belly as you turn your hand away, look away. You can look down if that feels good. And then push the hand down and maybe even back a little bit. Bring it the whole way around and float it up 1 more time. Inhaling up. Look away and exhale down. Long exhale. And then release it and come back. Take just a moment. Take a cleansing breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And we'll try the other side. So when you're ready, inhale the left arm up. Get a little taller here. And then turn the palm away, look away, and push the hand down and back a little bit as you look to the right. Drag that shoulder blade down and then bring it around. And then when you're ready, inhale up. Nice and slow, smooth movements. Turn the palm away, look away, and exhale down. Both shoulder blades moving down the back. And 1 more time, float that hand up. Maybe look up a little bit. Look away. Turn the palm away. And like you're pushing something with a little bit of resistance, push it down as you look down and away. And then bring it back. Take just a little moment. And now we want to work on those side body again. So that was partly feeling the kidneys was to lengthen through the side body. So bring your right hand by your shoulder. And then just inhale, just part of the way up. Keep your elbow bent and lean to the left. Let your head and neck relax. Just take it up a little bit. And exhale and bring it down. Inhale, take it up a little further. Maybe up over. Keep the elbow bent and lean to the side. And then exhale and bring it down. And now this time, take your arm, use the inhale to float up and lengthen it to any degree that feels comfortable. Now remember, hand can be on shoulder, hand can be in a cactus, hand can be extended. So you find what is comfortable for you. Try not to be leaning forward or back, but just straight over to the side and reach a little bit more with another inhale. And then exhale and bring yourself back and down. Now the other side. Left hand comes by the shoulder. On an inhale, just a little bit. Like let it be very simple. Just a little bit. You tell your nervous system what you're going to do. Bring it back. And then inhale up a little bit more. The elbow stays bent, but maybe the head gets a little heavy and the right ear starts to move towards the right shoulder. And then we float ourselves back again. And now this time, inhaling up a little bit more. And maybe staying, maybe lengthening through the arm. Or again, any option, elbow, cactus, long arm. Head relaxes over. And then exhale and bring yourself back. All right, now this will bring us to, let's find our shoulders just a little bit. So take your hands by your sides with the palms forward. Okay? Now all you'll do, simply turn your palms back. You'll feel a little different on your shoulders. This is internal rotation. Palms forward is external rotation. So now we're going to build on this. So when the palms are forward, squeeze your shoulder blades together a little bit and lift up. When you exhale, turn your palms back, push back a little bit, and notice your shoulder blades will come apart. So now just working with that part. Inhale, palms forward, shoulder blades together. Exhale, palms back, shoulder blades wide. Do that one more time like this. And then we're going to add the head. All right? So now when your palms are forward and you squeeze your shoulder blades, take your chin up to the ceiling like we did in the beginning. When you exhale, turn your palms back, let your shoulders be broad, and take your chin down to your collarbone like we did before. So hands press back, chin is down. Palms are forward and chin is up as you inhale. Palms are back, chin is down as you exhale. And try that one more time. Inhaling and extending through the front body. Exhaling and extending through the back body. All right, now we've got the arms and the head. Let's add the shoulders. All right. So we inhale and really pull the shoulders back and the head up. There's a little arc in the back. And then when you exhale, we're going to really round. Draw your shoulders down and your chin down and press your hands back. So now we're going to involve the whole spine. So inhale, float up. Find your back bend, take the chin up. Exhale, round the back, drop the chin, hollow the belly, press the hands back. We'll do this just one more time. Inhale, float up, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, round down, press back. And then bring yourself back to center, hands on your thighs. Now on an inhale, slide your hands to your hips, draw your elbows back, and like we just did, open your heart forward and take your chin up. This is a little back bend. Exhale, slide your hands to your knees, round over, hollow the belly. That's an exhale. Slide your hands back to your hips and lift up on an inhale. Squeeze the elbows back. And slide your hands to your knees, round your back, and exhale. And just one more time like this. Inhale. A little back bend. And exhale. A little rounding. And then come back to neutral. Now, twisting is really good for your spine, but sometimes twist can be a little aggressive. So we want to do the simplest little twist ever. So your hands are on your thighs. Just slide your left hand to your left knee, your right hand to your right hip, and just turn and look over your right shoulder. And then inhale back to center, reverse the hands, and slowly look over your left shoulder. And now just glide back and forth like that a few times. Imagining your spine vertically stacked. Your spine is kind of like a series of jelly donuts in between the bones that are like spools. And you're just imagining all of them in a line, just twisting one way and then the other. So the jelly donut gets pushed one way and then it rounds itself and does the other. And then come back to center. Let's do a little something with your chin and your neck now. So place your fingers on your chin for a moment. And exhale, just push your chin back like you want to get a double chin. Notice if you're tensing your shoulders, draw your shoulders down. And then release it and take that chin slightly forward. Now, bring your hands to the sides of your neck if you can. We want to keep our neck relaxed while we tuck our chin. We don't want to increase any tension. So with your hands gentle, you feel your neck should feel pretty soft here. Take an inhale. And when you exhale, tuck your chin again. Notice if these muscles are getting really tight and see if you can release them. And then glide the chin forward. Exhale, draw the chin back. And inhale and glide the chin forward. Now when the chin is forward, look to the right. And then look to the left like you're a periscope. Come back to center and tuck the chin in. And then look to the left and the right again. And then release all of that. Bring your hands to your lap. Find yourself settled in again. And last time, watch, we'll call ourselves the witness, one breath. Can you follow one inhale the whole way in? So touching the nose, through the nasal passages, through the sinuses, making a U-turn, going back down, feeling it in the back of your throat and your lungs inflating. And then exhale, feel your lungs empty out, up the back of the throat, through the sinuses, and out through the nose. Inhaling peace, and exhaling, we send loving kindness out into the world. If you choose, you can gently bring your